As above, so below. As without, so within. The macrocosm mirrors the microcosm. And all growth and evolution occurs through cycles. The cycles of the year, particularly. You can look at all of nature, especially the farmer in the garden. The gardener in the garden, the farmer in farming, is really very attuned to the cycles of spring, winter, summer, fall. And with astrology, this as above, so below, we can look at the stars and the planets, and not only the sun and the moon, but all of the different cycles are reflected in the different cycles of the planets. And so now, when we look at June 20th of 2021, in the northern hemisphere we call this the summer solstice. It's when the sun enters 0 degrees of the sign Cancer. It's 3 months after the equinox, when the sun entered Aries, signaling a new beginning, a new evolutionary impulse, a new desire. And 3 months later, just like the farmer sowing the seed, 3 months later, this summer solstice indicates a coming out. The seed breaks the shell, spreads its roots, and heads up towards the warm crust of the earth, and it breaks through the crust of the earth to expose itself to the sun. So this is a time of externalization of the internal impulse or identity that was felt 3 months ago. It's like the first quarter moon, right? You have the new moon where you don't see the moon at all, and she grows through a sliver to a crescent to a half moon. And so there is this breaking free, this breaking through, this breaking out, and it is a scary time. It involves leaving the past behind, leaving the known and the familiar, and breaking out of our shell or the plant, out of the crust of the earth, exposing ourselves, showing. It's like turning ourselves inside out, exposing, being vulnerable, and leaving the safety and warmth and secure, known, familiar past. So it's a turning point in the cycle. And it is this letting go of the past that creates fear, emotional insecurity, a desire, a need for safety, and for some emotional attachment. As astrologers, we can draw up a chart for this particular time period, exactly when the sun enters, and from that chart we can look at all the different cycles. I'd like to just point out a few, and that is the moon. At this time, at this chart, and this chart is good for the next 3 months until the next equinox. Astrologers do these charts 4 times a year. At each of the equinox, at each of the solstice point. So this moon is in Scorpio. And this is another water sign. Cancer and Scorpio, both water signs. Feelings, emotions are strong. A desire to emotionally bond and connect. And yet, there is this same Scorpio deals with the death, with the endings, with the letting go of the past and surrendering. So these are both signs reiterating that same theme of this need to let go of the known, familiar, and secure, and radically go forward into the future. I say radically because the moon is in opposition to Uranus. It's in square to Saturn. It's in square to Mars. So we have what's called a grand square with this particular chart, putting out a very powerful creative tension at this time, and it will go forward through these next few months. And that is where the outside mirrors the inside. It's also that what we are conscious of, we may be the ones leaving the past behind, or if we suppress, repress, cling, fear, and hold on, then we project out onto others that need. And this is where it's called accidents, it's called unpredictable events that can be traumatic, shocking, or sudden, where it happens to us. So whether we initiate changes now, or changes are thrust upon us, whether it's coming from the inside or coming from the outside, the law of one is urging us onward. It's urging us forward to discover and find new expressions of ourself. We can do this by having the faith and the trust in nature and in life, that we come from life, we learn from life, we serve life, we return back to life. And with this faith, with this knowing that we are connected and we are held, and that life supports our growth, our expression, our expansion. With this union, the sense of being mothered, fathered, nurtured, protected, strengthened by life, that life is on our side, that life is with us, that that we, with life, will go forward and go on and expand and express and create new life and new forms and new expressions. This is where the strength comes from now. This is where our power comes from now. It comes from within, and it comes from Gaia, from the Great Mother. Cancer is ruled by the moon, Mama, La Luna. So this is a beautiful time to tap into that feminine Gaia, Mother energy. And out of that root will come the strength for us to face the unknown, to go forward, free ourselves from the past, and create new lives for ourselves and bring new creations to all of our brothers and sisters. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.